Blues are being rocked with confirmation Luke Keary will miss Origin 1 due to concussion, while Mitchell Pearce's hopes have been dashed by a groin injury. Let's go live to Chief League reporter Michelle Bishop. Michelle, good evening to you. Bad news for Keary, and does that open the door for the in-form Rabbitoh Cody Walker?
Jim, Cody Walker is now the front-runner to replace Luke Keary, who was officially ruled out this afternoon. The Roosters 5'8" suffered his second concussion of the season against the Knights last night. It's a huge blow, and Cody Walker would seemingly be the logical replacement. Now, James Maloney is rated a long shot to link up with Nathan Cleary, who is expected to retain his spot at number 7. Now, we can also reveal where Campbell Graham is on the verge of a Blues debut, and he could join his Souths teammate Cam Murray. Jack Whiten is tipped to be the Blues utility off the bench, and his Raiders teammate Nick Cotric is right in the mix as well to partner Latrell Mitchell in the centres. Selectors were keen on Blake Ferguson, but his performance on Thursday night against the Panthers may have cost him his chance. All will be revealed tomorrow after the Dragons and the Sharks clash, but Luke Keary certainly a big out for the Blues, Jim.
Yeah, no doubts about that. He is a class player and a big loss for the Blues. Thanks very much to Michelle Bishop there. Well, Mitchell Pearce's 5th straight man of the match performance powered the Knights to a big win over Keary's Roosters last night. Manly was stunned by the Titans at Brookvale, while Pearce and Kalen Ponga put the reigning premiers to the sword in front of nearly 26,000 fans.
With Luke Keary concussed and Cooper Croft rested, the reigning premiers were carved up by the killer peas, Pearce and Ponga.
It always means something a bit more when you play your old club, but my heart and soul is purely with Newcastle. I couldn't be happier in my life up here.
As good as any player in the comp, I'd imagine, probably as dominant.
A groin injury has ended Pearce's hopes of a Blues recall. He knows all too well what it's like to be an out-of-form incumbent.
I'm a big fan of Nathan. I really hope they stick with Nathan for game 1.
And as for his partner in crime,
he's the best player I've ever seen. After games, he comes up and he just taps you on the shoulder and gives you a wink as if he's played 500 games. And he makes me feel peaceful.
Jared Wairia-Hargreaves faces a 1-game ban for a high shot on Ponga that sparked a scuffle. Joel Thompson denies using a homophobic slur in Manly's loss to Gold Coast. No official complaint was made. Ash Taylor steered the Titans to a come-from-behind win, easing the pressure on Garth Brennan.
What a pass! What a try! Unbelievable.
I don't lie awake worrying about my tenure or worrying about my job. I lie awake at night, but it's trying to get us to win.
Des Hasler rates Daly Cherry Evans only an outside chance of overcoming his ankle injury for Origin 1. The Maroons are more optimistic. Nick Market, 7 News.
Raiders hooker Josh Hodgson faces a stint on the sidelines after suffering a suspected broken thumb in this afternoon's loss to the Cowboys. Blues contenders Nick Cotric and Jack Whiten had quiet games as the Green Machine squandered a chance to climb back into the top 4.
I don't see many positives out of that game at all. We let ourselves down.
North Queensland veteran Matt Scott failed to finish the match due to a shoulder injury. The teenage tearaway that's set for a Blues debut, Payne Haas, is ripping in for the Broncos tonight in a tight struggle with the Warriors in Auckland. Alex Glenn was held up over the line in a trialless first half, dominated by defence. It's currently 2 points apiece early in the second half. A costly mistake by City defender Dane Rampy and an injury to captain Josh Kennedy condemned the Swans to an agonising 7-point loss against Collingwood at the SCG last night. Buddy Franklin kicked 2 goals in his return from a hamstring injury, while Sam Reid booted 6 to keep the Swans in touch. With the game in the balance, Rampy leapt over his mark, handing Chris Mayne a 50-metre penalty and a certain goal. The Pies snuck home by 7 points.
I don't question he tries hard. You've got to try hard and be composed.
Kennedy sat out the 4th quarter and is set to miss up to a month with a knee injury. A huge crowd packed Manly Oval in this afternoon's Shoot Shield Battle of the Beaches between Manly and Warringah. The Marlins led by 22 points in the second half before the Rats stormed home and stole the win at the death. Gee, what a comeback. The 31-25 victory consolidates Warringah's top 4 spot. Just days after slamming the French Open in a social media rant, Nick Kyrgios has withdrawn from the event, citing illness. Back at Roland Garros for the first time since 2016, Roger Federer admits to some rare moments of self-doubt.
Playing good tennis, but is it enough, or is it enough against the absolute top guys when it really comes to the crunch? I'm not sure if it's in my racket, you know.
Rafa Nadal is gunning for his 12th French Open crown, while Novak Djokovic is eyeing 4 straight Grand Slams. The tournament begins tomorrow night in Paris.